Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine being past tense? Under the headstone, through the grass, past that last fence. Flowers surround you, now you wonder where your past went. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'ma start at day one when my story begun. Strangers and family members, me not knowing the one. The dad not knowing his son. Resting in peace at the age of 21. Brothers crying tears in the crowd. And I hear my mother's fears like she was screaming them out. If my mother's name is Rain, does that mean she'll put out the gun flames? And if my father's in heaven, can he see his son change? Maybe God like the air I breathe. And when my dad died, he ain't leave. Some things may not be meant to see or meant to be known, but my feelings be killing me, and on my face they be showing. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine being past tense? Under the headstone, through the grass, past that last fence. Flowers surround you, now you wonder where your past went. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I haven't yet met death, but when death come, last request, throw a party and let everyone come. And when my peeps pile in, play Pac and picture me smiling and wilding in heaven on the violin. And remember my fashion and passion and rapping. And before you get to snapping, stumbling with your magnum, before you get to blasting, remember what I'm asking. Could you imagine? Could you imagine being past tense? Under the headstone, through the grass, past that last fence. Flowers surround you, now you wonder where your past went. Could you imagine? Prone to die as the lower class. Never had a sober laugh. Drinking fish back to back with the older cats. Gotta know your math. Drown my pain, you never know the half. Life moves fast, it'll pass in a flash. When I pass, put my ashes in a flask and drink my ass till you crash. Every day it's the same, trying to be the boss in it. Try to help your brother out the struggle and you get tossed in it. Body down with a pulse in it. Cash involved and you get off in it. Get the one of what's authentic. In the dark like critic and you stuck lost in it. Could you imagine? Could you imagine being past tense? Under the headstone, through the grass, past that last fence. Flowers surround you, now you wonder where your past went. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you?